G'day guys, Sarah here from Cyclone Designs. I saw a video earlier this morning and had to give it a go. From Helen Hue. It was posted on one of the great Facebook sites groups that I'm a part of that have been great for learning and the like. And this one, she's called it like a feather technique. She used a aluminium baking tray, a small like loaf sort of size one. I'm going to actually do it with, because it's coming up Easter eggs have been out, and my favourite one is a marshmallow egg, and they've been out for a while, so I indulge. So hence I'm using a Cadbury purple egg tray. What I've actually done, I don't know if you can see it there, is I've actually stuck some holes just using a skewer or actually a knife to make them slightly bigger. Now this one's actually worked out kind of well because the tray is almost the width of my canvas. So what I've actually done is stuck a couple of little rocks in there just to hold it back. Because obviously I need it sitting forward. I've just got it sitting on some of my paint tubs. Yeah, so I've got it sitting forward a bit. I've got the canvas on a bit of an angle, so I've got my push pins in the front and some little 2 layers of the shot cups at the back, just to give it a little bit of elevation, so that it runs down. I'm hoping that this is actually going to be heavy enough. We shall soon see. So I'm going to put down a little bit of a base white. As usual, I don't want too much. Good thing is I can actually see where the holes are because the light is coming in from my camera at the top. So I'm just going to... Didn't mean for that to go up there. I just want this to run down a bit just to give a little bit of a start to what is going to come out of the tray. Now, have not seen this done before. Helen's the first one I've seen do it. Haven't tried it yet myself at all. So, you know, you will see if I fail or succeed or what kind of effect we get. I'm going to go about halfway, I reckon. For now, I can always obviously add more later. I'm very much learning with this the whole base thing. I prefer just that bit less. Got a chunky something or other in there. So I'm just going to run that down a bit further, and actually I'm just going to hit that top edge because that was behind where the holes were going to be. Alright, let's get this a bit more even. Alright, this is just a cheapy Kmart canvas because I'm just learning. Not into spending big money on things. I'm not generally into spending big money on much at all. So can't tell you yet what the difference is between spending big money on canvases and not. Now, where did I put my blue torch? Okay, I'm going to torch it because there's lots of air bubbles. I just did shake it up just before. Now I'm going to be using the same colours I've been using lately because when I'm mixed up for my entertainment unit top, I've clearly mixed up way too much. So I've got heaps left and I'm going to keep using it. A, I like the colour combinations, and B, I'm just going to keep using it until there's nothing left. All right, so it's I might actually start with a bit of black. Alright, so these are all metallics as well. So I'm just going to run it along very gently. Oop. Okay, I hope these little rocks are big enough to work. Now, I might need to move this camera so you can actually see what's going on. So bear with me, I'll just switch positions. Okay, that's a bit better. Now you can see where the black dots are starting to come through. I'm just gonna, now obviously some of my dots are a bit bigger than others, and the more paint we put down, the more is gonna come through. So, might go some gold next. I'm actually just gonna pop it where I know the holes are. Do little puddles, I guess. I think you need to do, kind of got to get it going, I guess, so it flows through. Maybe my holes aren't big enough. But my ones in the middle, which I know are a bit bigger, seem to be running through a little bit more. Oop. Go a little bit of white. I've got one that I accidentally hit, the knife went through it instead of making a little curly pattern. Oh, I like how this drips out. Alright, let's keep going. Oop. Whoop, and there's what I hoped wouldn't happen. Alright, now we're just going to pop those back in place. Now this is going to go off kilter now. Alright, what else have I got that I can pop in here for a bit of weight? Okay, go and get some more rocks out of my front yard. That was what I was worried about. Alright, let's just be a little more gentle. But I've got kind of some cool stuff going on. Alright, we'll go with the blue again. We'll kind of start again, and I might just hold this in place. Alright, let's go with some of these greens. Right, so as I said, I know I'm going to be a bit off kilter here from what it was before. You kind of do want it tilting forward that bit so that it's running out the holes as well, because you can see this hole down the end, which I'm going to stick my push pin through a bit, see if that helps make it drip some more, because these ones in the middle where the holes are bigger are obviously getting quite a bit more colour through on them. And it will also depend, of course, on how thick your paints are too. But this is, I guess it's kind of like the dripping off your canvas, say what we get for skins and things like that. I always love that because it seems to me like it's the coolest patterns coming off. You're kind of getting that ring effect, but in miniature. All right, let's go with some. This is all going to go a little bit skew-iffy and have no particular colour order. I don't think. I need to get this end one to go, both end ones to go a bit more. Might have some cool little rocks happening afterwards too. Okay, let's see if that's just going to stay there for a second. Let's see. Find the hole. There it is. Find the hole. Hopefully that might... Whoops. That's paint on the floor. Alright, so interestingly... the end ones just aren't flowing as well. Let's see if I can fix them up. Whoop, nearly lost it again. I'm going to have the best little painted rock. Go down, paint. Alright, so maybe this wasn't the best option to do this with, but yeah, you really need to kind of tilt it. I'm just going to let this paint run. Hopefully I can get some of this gold going down where it's meant to on this end one. Just going to drop that back for a second. It's still dripping. Try and pick up my skewer, which has now put paint all over the floor. Luckily I'm on tiles, so it's not too bad. I want this one to go, and I want that one to go. Time, like the hole that I've got in the middle where I said I accidentally jammed the knife through it, but at the same time I'm getting more black in the middle ones, so let's try and lighten them up a bit. But see, they're flowing like a ring pour or something like that. Whereas these end ones are not. Actually do want a little bit more black in that end one. There's black in the tray, but it's not flowing through, it keeps running off. Sorry if I'm blocking the view, which I know I am because I'm terrible at that. Okay. It's kind of very peacocky feathers, some of it, which is kind of cool, I like it. I'm going to let this move itself, basically. Oop, oop. And I'm just pushing it into the next one. Oop. Please disappear. Just not getting any of that blue. This blue always seems to disappear. Everything else seems to take over. Let's see if we can get some more white. Oh, I think I'm just about out. Some more white in this one. Okay, so the one where I've jammed the knife through it is actually the best flowing one. So I'm hoping, yeah, see the white's already run straight through on that one. I wonder. This is a really soft plastic, so I'm just kind of hoping I can manipulate the size of the hole a little bit. All pun and innuendo intended. Alright, we seem to be getting a little bit more now. Alright, I think I might leave it there and start to move it. So, because if I don't, it's going to start running off unevenly. I actually don't want it to move too much. I want it to keep the lines. Kind of want it to do its own thing. Let's see if we put a bit more there, if that'll make it run a bit more. Just tilt it this way. Trying to get that end one to move. I'm also probably in far too small a space to actually do this. Okay, so the end one's finally pulling. Just want to get it over that corner. Alright, now let's see if we can go back to try and get the tops to go a little bit. And actually just try something rather than all this waste that's going to be in this tray. I'm just putting that up the very top just to try and run off that top edge. And then that way I get to keep what are kind of looking like geodes. Now we're going to have to go this way. Trying to go really, really slowly because I don't want to lose getting some of this cloud effect. I think that's what it's called. And the fact that I've sort of got those almost like geodes rather than feathers. So we'll call it same technique, but we'll call this one geode. Alright, let's go back up that way and try and bring it back into the centre. Just want to try and bring it back into the centre so at least those middle ones are kind of lined up a little bit. Oh, 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 oh. Now, the other thing, no, that was real smart. I should have probably still put push pins in the other side. Now, interestingly, I've actually got some little cells popping up down the back, or down the bottom, I should say. I'm going to have to put that back under there. I'll try and lift, actually. That's what I do. I lift this end up like that. All right. Let's see what happens when I pull this rock up. Ooh! That can sit there and dry. Let's see if that one can as well. My first two little rocks too. All right, I'm going to let that dry because that'll make some really cool skins. Fingers crossed I can actually pull it out of there. All right, let me just clean my hands off. Where's another piece of hubby's sleeves? Oh, must have run out of sleeves. Okay. Oh, just fell in there. A bug of some description. Hope that's all it was. All right, now let's give it a torch as well because I can see some things trying to pop through. All right. Unfortunately, these cells I think are actually because it's too thin. Whoop. All right, hopefully that's okay. This side is pretty good. Actually, this side's really cool. And that top end. Really don't want to dip into the stuff that's in that. Kind of like the colours running off the back. So I'm just touching it where it needs a little more. Hopefully the colour will continue to run. Alright, I think that's about it. We'll leave it alone, see what it does. Hopefully this doesn't run off my dining room table onto the floor, but I'm going to get some cool skins out of the tray. Lessons learned. Firstly, make your holes that little bit bigger if you want it to flow quicker, or possibly make your mix a little bit runnier. That didn't flow too bad. My white mix, I'm still playing with. I'm trying to use up one that I mixed up that wasn't right. So we shall see what happens in a little while, and I'll come in and do a close-up once it dries a little bit. I'm actually not liking these cells. I might try and tip them off. So I'll pop back shortly. Okay, so I've tilted it a little bit more. Keep getting these cells. I keep trying to push them off. It just doesn't seem to be working. So we'll just go from the top. So this is where we poured from. Okay. Hopefully you can see the pretty shimmer and glisten from the Eraldo Metallics that I used. The gold, the blue, everything but the white basically was a metallic. So this is down the left hand side. Gonna get some cool runoff. Actually got some really cool cells going on underneath that fell off. As I said, I just watched Helen's video this morning. I will add a link down in the comments, or down below I should say, so you can have a look and see how she did it without it falling off. Next time, as I said, I'll probably make the holes a little bit bigger. I reckon a hole punch would be a really good thing, depending on what you're actually using to do it with. I reckon depending on how you did it, you might be able to, if you were skilled enough, clearly I'm not, get like a peacock feather type of thing happening. You could do it with just one, you could do it 2 or 3. I just figured the tray I was using, so that's the tray. Hopefully I get some pretty skins out of that. Yeah, out of the tray I was using, it was pretty much the whole width of the canvas. So I figured I'd do the 6 along. Yes, that was 6 Easter eggs I ate. They're only half ones, so really it's only 3, all right? So anyway, don't know, we'll see how it dries. Probably not my sort of cup of tea, but it will be somebody's. As I said, it's kind of very geode-ish. It reminds me of a friend of mine who does a whole lot of crystal healing. Actually, a few friends of mine that do crystal healing, so I'm sure they'll probably love it. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video if you do, and subscribe to my channel. As I said, I'll always post all my successes, failures, and everything in between. And please, guys, in this time we're going through at the moment, make somebody smile. It makes you feel better. And also get the heck out of the house if you can. Even if it's a 5-minute walk around the block, just, you know, go outside, enjoy some sunshine, if there is sunshine. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll post some more tomorrow once this is dry. Cheers. Okay, so I just realised I'd forgotten to come back and do this. So this has been about a week or so later. This is the dried result. You can see the gold and the blue there, beautiful shimmer, and the green. I do like these metallics. I don't like these white bubbly bits, but as much as I tried to get rid of them, they just kept coming back. But that was the end result. If you like the video, or my attempt at doing this feather that's come out more like a geode in my case, like and subscribe. I'm doing lots more projects, as I'm sure we all are, while we're in isolation. If there's something you want me to try, give us a shout out, let me know. I've got some resin pieces that I'm doing as well. But yeah, I'll give this one another go. I've got a metal tray to try. The plastic one I think might have been a bit too soft, so I'll give it a go. As I keep saying, make someone smile today. I know we're limited in the amount of people we're seeing at the moment, but even if you find something to make yourself smile, have a laugh. It's the only way we're going to get through this. Cheers, guys. Bye.